Hello there, this is DBG and this Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue talking about Asphalt Legends. And today is a very good day. Why? Because an event that was not planned, or that at least it wasn't announced, just launched today, and oh boy, it's one of the most goated events in the game. Of course, I'm talking about the Ferrari 499p Modificata Mayhem. Oh yeah. Now, if you don't know what a Mayhem event is, don't worry. Over here, we're going to be doing a full breakdown of the events, all of the rewards, and I'll give you the calculator so that you can check how much progress you'll be able to make. But before I get into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. This helps the channel to be discovered, more people can find these videos, and as always in YouTube, more eyes is more better. So go ahead, if you like what I do over here and you enjoy my calculators and this breaks down, like, subscribe, it helps. But alright. As I just mentioned, the event just launched today, and oh boy, it was not announced. It was not in the patch notes, or at least I didn't see it, I don't remember it. But here we have it, the 499p Modificata Mayhem event. And if you're unfamiliar with this event at all, it's a very giving event when it comes to the blueprints that you can get. But let's go ahead and check this event. Of course, I could do a stage by stage over here, but it's kind of not so practical. There's another way to do it, a better way, and that's of course Spreadsheet! Of course I would do one of these. And alright, if you're unfamiliar with my spreadsheets, it's really easy. Over here we're gonna see in every one of the columns, in each column we see the stage we're gonna be talking about, how many conditions are required in order to unlock the stage, the car required / featured. Then on this side you're gonna see the rewards that you will be able to get in each one of the stages depending on how many stars do you have the car at. So let's start filling it up and we can go stage by stage and see what kind of rewards you get. So the very first stage is gonna feature the 499p Modificata, and over here you see that it says Gold FT, standing for Gold Free Try. That means you get to just do this stage all together. So over here you just enter any number. Over here you normally put how many stars do you have the car at, but because it's a free try, enter anything and it'll fill it up. You can see already that it marks it as green and it tells you that these are the rewards you're gonna be able to get. Right away you can get 30 blueprints for the Ferrari Aperta, 30 blueprints for it, 20 blueprints for the Mercedes AMG GT Black Series, and another 30 blueprints for the Carrera GT in Class B. Plus some miscellaneous rewards, which are, you know, the random packs that can contain some parts and whatever, nothing too important. But right away, by virtue of just doing the first stage, you already got a total of 80 blueprints for 3 different cars. I mean, spread between those 3 cars. See what I'm saying? These events are really fun, really good. Then on the second stage, you can see that it's already marked in green because we already have enough conditions to unlock this stage. This one featuring the Carrera GT. And once again, it's gonna be a free try at 1 star. So if you don't have this car, but at least you'll be able to do this and you get a little bit of the stuff. Really, you only get, wait, that's wrong. You don't get 1 token. There you go. You only really get miscellaneous rewards, but the idea is that if you do already own the car and you have it at higher stars, then you can get more stuff. So you fill it up as such. At 2 stars, you can get an additional 225,000 credits, 120 tokens, and if you happen to have it at 3 stars, then you can get 5 blueprints for the 499p Modificata, the main car of this event. 5 blueprints right there, that's kind of giving. Keep in mind that in normal events, you get like 1 or 2 blueprints per stage. Now right away over here, 5 blueprints. Now here's where it gets peculiar, because the shape of this event is very similar. For the next car is going to be the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT Black Series. It's a keyless free try, which means that this car normally requires a key for you to own the car. But even if you don't have the key, you can still do the free try at 1 star. Now, if you do have the car at more stars, but you don't own it, then you can also do it at higher stars, even though you don't have the key. So you will notice that the rewards are basically the same. The credits, the tokens, the blueprints, and the miscellaneous rewards. So that's why I said that the shape of this event is very similar. The next one is going to be the Ferrari Aperta, and it's going to be exactly the same thing, the same rewards of the credits, tokens, blueprints, and the miscellaneous rewards. So again, depending on how many stars you have it, fill it up as such. Then we got stage 5, which is another gold free try for the 499p Modificata. So let's fill it up with anything, but because it's a gold free try, and you get 50, not 5, 50 blueprints for the Ferrari SF90XX Stradale. Plus another 50 blueprints for the Noble, what is it called? Noble M600 Speedster? Yeah, 50 blueprints just like that. See what I'm saying? That this event is like crazy with the amount of stuff that it gives. You love it. That's why it's called Mayhem. But moving on, in stage 6, then we're gonna have, again, the Noble M600 Speedster. This is gonna be the featured car. and it's gonna be a free try at 1 star, but if you have it at higher stars, well, fill it up as such. And once again, the rewards are still the same, right? The credits, the tokens, and the blueprints for the 499p. Same thing with the Ferrari SF90XX Stradale, exactly the same shape of the rewards. Everything is the same, fill it up as you have this car. Then we go into stage number 8, a gold free try for the 499p Modificata. What do we get this time? You get 50 blueprints for the Ferrari Aperta, you get 25 blueprints for the Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series, and 50 blueprints for the Carrera GT, plus some miscellaneous rewards. Once again, a lot of rewards over here, G-Shash. Then we get into the second half of the event, where the requirements now this time are way higher. For the Porsche Carrera GT, these rewards are gonna only count if you have the car at 4 or 5 stars. And notice that this is not a free try at all. So you do need to have these cars at this amount of stars in order to get the rewards. But what do you get? Well, if you have it at 4 stars, you get 300,000 credits plus 210 tokens and miscellaneous rewards. If you have it at max stars, in this case 5, you get 10 blueprints for the 499p Modificata, 1 epic, plus 1 epic for the Carrera itself, the stage car. So obviously at this point you do need the cars at higher stars, but you can see that the rewards are still pretty good. See how many blueprints you're getting for the main car of the event. It's good, really good. Then we got, once again, the Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. Once again, this one is a keyless free try, but again, if you do not have the car at this number of stars, even though technically it's a free try, you won't be able to get anything from this. But let's say that you do have it at 4 stars, well, you'll notice that once again, the shape of the rewards is basically the same. The credits, the tokens, miscellaneous rewards, and if you have it at max stars, you get the additional 10 blueprints for the Ferrari, plus 1 epic for it. Now, here's where it changes a tiny bit, because the Ferrari Aperta is a 6-star car, so they spread the rewards between 4, 5, and 6 stars. But it's kind of the same, right? If you have it at 4 stars, you get the credits and miscellaneous reward. If you have it at 5 stars, you get the tokens and the epic for the Aperta. And if you have it at max stars, in this case 6, you get the 10 blueprints for the 499p and the epic for it. So after that, we get once again into a free try of the Modificata. Enter anything, it doesn't matter. And you get another 50 blueprints for the SF90XX Stradale and 50 blueprints for the Noble. Just keep in mind how many blueprints we're getting from this. And miscellaneous rewards as usual. Then in the last, say, quarter of this event, the Noble M600, once again, depending on the stars that you have it, is what you get. The shape is the same one as the Aperta in the sense that you get the credits, you get the tokens, you get the blueprints, you get the epic, so on and so forth, right? Same thing for the SF90XX Stradale, exactly the same shape of rewards. The only thing that changes really is the epic for the featured car of the stage, but that's it. Then finally, when you make it all the way to the final stage of this event, this is where you can get even more blueprints for the Modificata. Check this out. It's gonna be a free try at 1 star. So at the very least, you're gonna be able to get 6 blueprints for the Modificata plus some miscellaneous rewards. But if you did manage to get this car at 2 stars, you get an additional credits, tokens, and 10 blueprints for the Modificata. If you have it at 3 stars, you get 20 additional blueprints for the Modificata and an epic. At 4 stars, you get 1 million credits, 300 tokens, plus 20 more blueprints for the Modificata. At 5 stars, you get an additional 30 blueprints for the Modificata. And at the max stars, you get 1 last epic. So as you can see, this event gives you a bunch of stuff, like seriously, a bunch of stuff related to the featured cars and even the Modificata itself. And you might be wondering, so how does this work? Why do they give me so many blueprints but they require me to have the car at high stars? Basically, this is to push you to spend tokens in to get the car to 2 stars and then you get an additional 10 blueprints. Then you might be like, man, should I spend more and get it to 3 stars and then I can get another 20? And when you're there, you're like, maybe I push it a bit further. You see, it just keeps on pushing you to get more and more and more. Honestly, considering the car that we're talking about, the 499p Modificata, a very good Class A car, man, this is a fantastic opportunity. But anyway, let's have a look at the total rewards. Here at the bottom, you see all of the rewards of the stages. Now, right now, it's the same as up here because, well, as you fill this up, it keeps adding the rewards that you get. But for example, let's say that you only got this to 1 star, this to 1 star, this to 1 star. Then this number and the one at the bottom is going to be different. So this is how much you earn through the stages. This is the total that you can get if you have everything at max stars. Now, speaking of total rewards, we're going to go over here on the right side and we see the milestone rewards. These are the rewards that you can get also by just completing some of the conditions that you get. And once again, you can get a lot of blueprints. Just notice, again, blueprints for the Carrera 5, for the AMG, GT Black, for the Aperta, Noble, SF90. But once you get to this stage, 20 blueprints, 25, 25, 25, 25. And if you get into the highest rewards, you can get an additional 3 epics for the Modificata. Now let's have a look at the grand total of the rewards if you 100% this event. By the way, I did miss mentioning that you can get the key for the AMG GT Black in this stage instead of an epic. But don't worry, that is also noted on this side. So the grand total is going to be 4.1 million credits, almost 4.2, 2,100 tokens. And for the Carrera, you can get a total. That is, if you complete the event to 100%, you can get a total of 105 blueprints for the Carrera plus an epic, 75 blueprints for the AMG GT Black plus a key, 110 blueprints for the Aperta plus 1 epic, 130 for the SF90XX Stradale plus an epic, 130 for the Noble plus the epic, and 161 blueprints for the Modificata. This is a car that requires like 270 blueprints or so to get it to 6 stars. So you can see this already gives you a ton. Plus 10 epics. This is the grand total that you can get in the event, and oh boy, tell me that that's not a lot of stuff. It's crazy. Now, the link to this calculator is, as always, in the description. It's a Google Sheet document, so you can go ahead and use it. And if you want to use it, of course, once you open it, if it's already filled up, all you gotta do is delete the stuff that is here in the orange cells. Just delete it, and that basically clears the entire thing up, and you can start filling it up. Just, again, as a reminder of how to use this, I will show you how I'll be able to do in this event in my best account. Excuse me, in my non-best account, which honestly, I basically have almost everything. So being this a gold free try, enter anything, it's fine. Over here, enter how many stars do you have the car at, and it's the same for each one of these, right? Now, like I said, in my non-best account, I have pretty much all of the cars at max stars, so that is fantastic. Obviously, this is gonna change a lot based on your own situation, on what cars do you have and whatnot. That's why it's good to be able to fill it up in this way so that you can see exactly what type of rewards you're gonna be able to get. Now, again, I do have all of these cars at max stars, so I'm really curious because I want to see how this event pushes you. Once again, free try, enter anything. This is at max stars. Yeah, unbelievably, I have everything at max stars. So with this, it basically allows me to do all of the stages. Oh wait, I didn't. 6 stars. There we go. All right, perfect. And now my Modificata is the only car that I don't have at max star. Actually, I do have this car at 4 stars. So that'll give me 131 blueprints. You know what this means for my particular case? This, I believe, is more than enough to take the car to 6 stars, just with the ones that I will earn. So with that, once I do get it to max stars, I can have it over here and get everything. I think I'm gonna be able to 100% this event. That's gonna be pretty dope. But again, obviously, your mileage may vary depending on your cars, how do you have them and all of that. But man, I'm telling you, regardless, again, even if you don't have anything in any of these cars and whatnot, you are at least going to be able to get these blueprints right here. And if you have some more progress, you'll be able to get this, maybe even this. Man, this event is just absolutely goated, like I said at the start of this video. Now, I want to talk about the multi-packs because, of course, in a special event, we also have multi-packs. Again, remember that I already have this new shop. You will be seeing this new shop in the next update, which honestly I think is pretty well organized. But you go over here to events, and there is a Mayhem event that for some reason shows the 4GT just like this one over here, but don't pay too much attention to that. Just go into the Mayhem event, and here's the information. Now, you need 115 conditions in order to unlock the packs for the Ferrari 499p Modificata, where obviously you're going to have to spend a bunch of tokens if you want to max star and whatnot. However, it's worth mentioning there's going to be 2 support packs. One of them doesn't show for me because I already have the cars at max stars. But why does this one show? Because this pack also contains blueprints for the Modificata as well as other of the support cars. So with this, we know that this pack it has blueprints for the Modificata, the Ferrari, La Ferrari Aperta, and the Porsche Carrera GT. So by process of elimination, we can deduce that the first multi-pack is going to contain the blueprints for the Mercedes-AMG GT Black, for the Noble M600, and the SF90XX Stradale. Man, these multi-packs are pretty dope. Because if you have tokens to spend, this pack alone will give you one of the elite class C cars, which honestly don't have a lot of use. but then you get a pretty good Class A and a pretty decent Class A as well. Then the Multipack 2 gives you a pretty, really good Class A, a pretty decent Class A, and a decent Class B. So in general, what this is not gonna give you a Class S car, and if you're aiming for Class S, this might not look super appealing. But overall, in order to make progress in this event, this Multipacks actually contains some pretty decent cars. Just because this one in Class C is not particularly useful, I would say that this is the one that contains the least useful. This, I think, is the one that is the most worth it. Do keep in mind that the Multipacks nowadays have 15% drop rates, but honestly, that still gives you a pretty decent opportunity to get a bunch of blueprints, so that's not too terrible, or at least that's what I think. And hey, just so that we have at least one race in this video, let's drive my Modificata as I have it at 4 stars in this account. But like I said, the calculator link is in the description if you want to use it. Again, if you like what I do with these calculators and all of this, the breakdown, do hit the like button, subscribe, please. But yeah, this event, seriously, it is very good. We had the Mayhem event, like I said, I think it was last year or maybe the year before that. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was still during Asphalt Legends Unite. Regardless, it's one of the craziest events in the sense of the amount of the stuff that it's going to give you. And that is honestly a fantastic thing because, you know, there's a lot of mixed sentiments with the special events in the fact that, oh, it's very difficult to make progress on them and you need to have all of the cars at max stars to get stuff and whatnot. No, not this one. This one is like, okay, we're going crazy. That's why we called it Mayhem. And just go ahead and enjoy it. Get whatever you can, because there's a lot to get. So yes, hopefully you have some of these cars at a decent amount of stars and you'll be able to make progress within it and get a ton of stuff from it. I'm telling you, this car, the main car of the event, is pretty good. It may not look super amazing in the numbers themselves, but once you play with it, it's like, Jesus, this is a lot of fun. May not be the fastest or anything, but trust me, it's a lot of fun and it looks great. And coming from a Ferrari hater like myself, that should tell you something. Now granted, my car is only at 4 stars, and then again, you know that MP2 is really weird when it comes to the matchmaking and the ranks and all of that. So don't pay too much attention to the performance of the car right here, but still, the car is lovely. Go for it if you can. And I lost a position by doing that 360. It's fine. Alright, once again, if you like what I do over here, like, subscribe. If you really like what I do over here and you would like to support me directly, please consider joining the membership for access to exclusive videos with facecam, without the blips and all of that stuff. Check it out. The information is over there by the join button. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.